Hi guys, I want to share something with you today that I've just finished my 21 Secrets lesson for spring 2015, and the last video, I think there's about 9 videos I did in there, but the last video was me sharing just my Creative Mojo box which lives on my desk, and I just shared it briefly in there because that is what the project that we make in 21 Secrets goes into, but I've taken it out in case any of you are going to join us on 21 Secrets, so I didn't want to spoil the surprise. So I was just sharing what is in my Creative Mojo box, and I just thought I wanted to share with you guys what this is all about, just so that you guys can create something for yourself if you want to. This is all about creative energy, this is all about creative courage. It's something that lives on my desk, and whenever I need that booster I have this box to look over. Now it's huge but it wasn't always like this. It's evolved over quite a long time. What it was originally was just the lid of a chocolate box, so it's kind of like this, a bit bigger than this, but just the lid of a box where my Jade Buddha lived in, along with a couple of other pieces, and that's all you really need. And everything in here has a story to it. It's not about just putting a bunch of pretty things together, it's about putting a bunch of things with your stories to it, a bunch of things that will give you that creative courage, or I'll take you through what's in my box so that I can give you examples of what I'm talking about there. But overall, I'll kind of tilt it. You're at this angle because I want to show you what it's like when I sit down at the desk. This is what I see. If I shot it from above, it would be a really funny angle and you won't be able to see what was in here. But I'll kind of tilt it so you can see down here. Ooh, tilt it that way. So you can see there's quite a bit in here. It's kind of deceptive actually how much there is in here, and it's kind of difficult to arrange it in a way where you can see it. But overall, as you can probably tell, there are a lot of crystals in here. You guys probably have guessed by now from the jewellery I wear, I'm into crystals. I love just the variety and abundance that Mother Earth can give us. So I won't go through all of the crystals that are in here. You certainly do not need all of these crystals. It's just because this is only like 1% of my overall collection of crystals, I suppose. But the majority of crystals that are in here are all orange, I suppose, the biggest amount, and I'm just going to give you one must-have, I guess, creative crystal. My number one creative crystal will be Carnelian. The Jade Buddha is also wearing this bracelet of Carnelian, and you don't need to have these. You can have, if you've got crystal jewellery still has the crystal energy to it, okay? So people, you don't need to, I think sometimes people think that they need to keep a necklace as a necklace. You don't have to. You can stick it around a glass of water to energise your water if you want to. You can use it in your crystal grids. You can do all kinds of things with jewellery. It doesn't just have to be you know, a bracelet for your arm. So he lives on a bunch of, he has this little chakra bracelet on him, and he lives on a bunch of crystal bracelets, the top one being Carnelian. And that is my number one creative crystal. The creative crystals, the reason why they're orange is because that is the solar plexus chakra, that is the creative chakra. And then I guess the second biggest crystal colour in here is blue. So I have different blue crystals because they are regarding the throat chakra. And so I've got all of these orange crystals, and the blue crystals kind of help the throat chakra and express the creativity. So you've got the orange crystals to assist the creativity, and then you've got the blue crystals to kind of express. So I'll just give you some brief crystals that I've got. So orange ones, Carnelian, orange calcite, tiger's eye. Under here I've got a big slab of tiger's eye. And then blue ones, I've got a big piece of blue calcite here, lapis, some sodalite and some apatite. Okay, so I'll give you some brief. I don't want to spend too long on crystals because it is a subject I could talk for a long time about, and I don't want to bore you. So that's basically the crystals in here. I'll next go on to my little characters. I've got 3 little characters here. I've got a Jade Buddha, and there's no particular reason, I guess, for having the Jade Buddha in here other than he's lived on my desk for a very, very long time. And when I built the outdoor studio, I stuck him out there, and the creative energy in the studio just went woof in here. So I put him back in here and it lifted again. So I can't really explain it, but he, on my desk, is where he wants to be. So I've never moved him again, and I won't ever move him again. He wants to be on my desk. So next is a little Jizo I made out of polymer clay, which is kind of a symbol of a protector of women and travellers and children. And I dropped him. As you can see, he's broken, he's lost an ear, he's lost his arms that were in prayer position, and all of his cloak's broken and all of that kind of stuff. He's still got his little feet. Oh, and his feet cute. Oh, I love his feet. I'm glad he's still got them. And then he had little crystals. His body's got crystals in them, and then I put crystals on the bottom as well. And this is a little dragon, kind of about the creative courage. It's of aventurine, which is kind of an abundance crystal. So abundance of creativity, creative courage, fire of the dragon, all of that kind of thing. This is the tiger's eye I was telling you about. Nice big slab. And then I've got things in here that I've made, that other people have made for me, that other people have given to me. So I'll go with what other people have given to me first, I guess. My friend, my online BFF, made me an advent calendar this past Christmas, and in it she put in lots of little little treasures, so charms and things like that, and I've put a couple of them in here. So the first is a little medicine bottle, which I love, and it's kind of like, art is my medicine. It's got the peace symbol on it, so it's all symbolic. And then there's these wings, which on the back, to have faith is to have wings, Peter Pan, it's a little quote. They're just little craft charms, but they were given with love and all of that, so I've put them in here. She also sent these in one of them, which is the little, just again, little craft bottles, but it's got wish dust in it, so the magic, you know, of art and creativity and all of that. And this is very much what I was like as a teenager. All about the sparkle, all about the fairies and the pixies and this kind of stuff. So it's very me, which is in there. And then this has a little golden acorn in it. And it's just, again, about you plant the acorn and you get the oak. That kind of feeling to it. So other things that were given to me. This here is, Polychrome Jasper, but it's something that someone gave to me when I made them a piece of art, and it says look on it. Now I believe you make your own look, so that's why it's in here as kind of, I can't really explain without, I don't want to show you the 21 Secrets thing that I've made in here, but it's about the inner critic and about turning the inner critic into your coach. So it's about the kind of, it kind of works with it, is you make your own look, you know, kind of thing. I'm not going to allow anything to stop me from doing what I want to do and creating what I want to create. So that's what that's kind of about. Just reminding me that you make your own look. This here is, this shows that you do not need bought crystals. This is a rock that my mum gave to me, which she found, and knowing that I would love it, gave it to me. It's black and green, it's got beautiful markings on it, and it's in the shape of a heart. So that's meaningful to me, and that's in here, just purely for the love energy. This, my friend in the States made for me, and it's kind of a pin cushion, but it's just got all of these beautiful words on it. And words are very powerful to me, and you'll see some of the things in here in a minute that I'll go through that have words on them. So again, that's just got the energy of the artist: paint, draw, dare, feel, bold, free, be, do, that kind of thing. This here is a little journal I made years ago, and I'm not going to undo it because it's annoying to put back together, but it has in it words, lots of words I have written for the feeling that I want to create when I'm creating. So it's again about that creative energy in here. And words are very powerful to use because it's the words you tell yourself are kind of how you live your life. Do you tell yourself positive words, or do you tell yourself negative words? So Other things that have been given / made. This a lady sent me after she took my free online course, so I've put it in here because it's got some lovely, again, energy to it. This, somebody who's very important to me online sent me, and it's just a postcard, but it's got her energy in it. It's about creativity. Got a Monet picture. Then this is my postcard that I made for my word of the year, which was actually one of the monthly challenges in my monthly challenge group on my art community. So that's gone in here because it's got the power of the words again. Next, let's go with there is more in here than what I'm remembering to talk about, but you're getting the gist of it. This is something that evolves, so don't just put pretty things in here that, you know, are pretty and that's why you put them in. Put them in because they're meaningful, and also put them in and change it as you need to. As I say, this has evolved a lot, and one thing that constantly changes in here is affirmation cards. So as you can see, I've got affirmation cards in here, but they change, so keep it constant and applicable to yourself. These here are old clay things that I made many years ago that have actually lived on my desk for a while as well, and they have quotes on them, things that are inspiring. These are things I've made. I think it's also important to put in kind of, when you've got stuff in here that is about the inner critic, and I think that's important to give you creative courage to say, doesn't matter what the creative critic is telling me, I have my creative coach, I'm just going to get on creating what I want to. And having reminders of things that you've made, I think, are important as well. So, like my little journal. I'm all about journals, so if you don't know by now, I'm all about the journals. So I've got a little journal in here, and then I've got these little things that I've kind of made for the shop. But this here is a painting that I made when I was in a really funky mood. I was in a really, really funky mood, and I gave it like a 2-minute sketch, and then I slapped the paint on, and I was kind of amazed that anything that was kind of representing, you know, anything came out of it at all that you could recognise, really. And it's turned out to be a favourite painting of mine because of what it represents. It represents how art can lift you out of that funky mood. Even when you're attacking the paper rather than putting anything in perspectively or anything like that, when you're just going for it, how you can be amazed at the results sometimes. So that's why that's in here. And then this is a quote by Picasso, which I love, which is, anything you can imagine is real. And that energy is just belongs in here. So I think overall that is about everything. I mean, there's a few more stories with different crystals and things like that, but I don't want to bore you with that stuff. I just wanted to show you how important it is, I suppose, to surround your area. I'm very much into it at the minute, surrounding your area with things that make you happy, with things that make you want to create, with things that are on your side, with things that make it easy for you. So sort your supplies out in a way that makes it easy. I'm very much about that at the minute. Everything, I just want easy and flowing. Make everything work for you, not against you. And as again, I have a small studio, and this is a big basket, and it wasn't intentional for me to make it this big a basket, but I've just gone along with what my intuition has told me I wanted in this basket, and that's why it's turned out, you know, the size that it has and all of that. But it doesn't bother me. It goes in the corner, and it's just there when I need it to have a look through my words. What do I want to create? What energy do I want to bring into what I'm doing today? On days when you're feeling funky, have a reminder of something beautiful that you've made on days that you're feeling funky. Have reminders of things that people have sent you, have made you. Put things in here that are filled with love. Put things in here if you can, that are going to help you sort out any issues that you might have with what your creative coach might be creative critic, saying to you harshly at the minute. I'm so used to saying creative critic to creative coach at the minute, because that's what I'm all about with the 21 Secrets thing. But if you are joining us for the 21 Secrets spring, I really hope you have a great time with us and you enjoy my lesson, and I hope all of you watching maybe have got some ideas as to make yourself a little good mojo box for your desk. It's all about making it personal. Nothing's going to help you unless you are using something that assists you, so obviously make it personal. Much love, everybody. See you soon. Bye. If you're not already, come join me on my art community, journalworkshops.ning.com, to connect with other artists, to ask questions, share ideas, share your artwork, get inspired by others' artwork, join in our monthly challenges, our other groups, our other classes, and just to connect with like-minded, beautiful, creative people like yourself. Much love, everybody. Bye bye.